Imagine a rural settlement situated entirely off the grid. There are no paved paths in or out, no power lines overhead, and no municipal pipes carrying water. When a community lacks these basic physical lifelines, the deficit compounds. Missing roads prevent children from reaching schools. A lack of power prevents clinics from storing medicine. Without this infrastructure, a settlement is structurally isolated from modern healthcare, education, and any chance at upward economic mobility. This is the infrastructure gap. It acts as a systemic barrier, physically trapping remote habitations in a cycle of economic isolation while the rest of the country develops around them. To dismantle this barrier, the government of India launched Bharat Nirman. It is a targeted, time-bound intervention designed specifically to bring remote villages into the national fold. Providing a single utility or an occasional grant is rarely enough to bridge this gap. To permanently anchor a village to the national economy, the intervention must address roads, water, power, and housing simultaneously. Each component supports the others, creating a foundation for long-term stability. That framework operates by physically constructing a connected community from the ground up, utilizing 6 interdependent pillars of infrastructure. The first pillar is connectivity. Heavy machinery constructs all-weather road networks, finally linking remote habitations directly to major economic arteries and trade routes. The second pillar addresses energy. The program ensures reliable rural electrification, deploying infrastructure like local solar installations to power residential homes and local industries. The third pillar targets public health through the provision of clean, safe drinking water. Installing proper wells and hand pumps removes the instability of waterborne illnesses. Fourth, the program finances and constructs durable brick housing. This replaces fragile, temporary shelters with permanent, affordable homes capable of withstanding harsh weather. The fifth pillar focuses on the local economy by developing concrete irrigation systems. Controlling water flow allows farmers to stabilize crops and increase agricultural output. Finally, the sixth pillar introduces digital integration by erecting telecommunications infrastructure, allowing residents to communicate and trade far beyond their geographic borders. These pillars function as a single system. Reliable power grids allow telecom towers to operate, and those same towers provide the data connectivity farmers need to navigate the markets opened up by the new road networks. Coordinating this macro-level infrastructure requires a clear point of contact at the micro level. To initiate the process, an individual citizen must provide specific credentials. The first mandatory credential is the Aadhaar biometric profile, verifying the exact identity and demographic standing of the applicant. The second required document is a certified rural household income certificate, establishing the economic standing and eligibility of the applicant's household. These requirements act as a rigorous verification filter. They ensure that state capital and construction resources reach strictly targeted demographics without bureaucratic misallocation. Large-scale infrastructure projects require an authorized applicant to begin. Verified identification is what allows a remote individual to step forward and access these national resources. Once a citizen gathers their credentials, the application follows a strict 3-step pipeline. Step 1 begins with a local inquiry at the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat plays a critical role here. They contextualize the broad national framework, identifying which specific local infrastructure upgrades, like housing or water supply, are needed for that specific location. Step 2 is the formal submission. The applicant hands over their Aadhaar, income certificate, and application form to begin the administrative chain. These submitted materials are then forwarded to block development officers. This initiates a rigorous administrative review to ensure the applicant qualifies for the requested infrastructure support. Step 3 closes the loop. Rural development officials conduct an on-the-ground verification of the applicant's status and perform a physical inspection of the land where the construction will occur. Once the paperwork passes this final inspection, the administrative process concludes, and the mobilization of physical construction resources begins. Bharat Nirman aligns local needs with national resources through a time-bound, validated process. By coordinating local initiative with bureaucratic oversight, it builds the physical infrastructure necessary for remote communities to participate in the national economy.